Hello everyone. Hello guys. How are you on today? Guess what time it is? It is story time with Miss Doris. I'm so excited to be reading you guys an awesome story on today. Today is Wednesday and we have an awesome Christian story for us on today. But before we get to our story, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I would like to greet everyone all over the world. I would like to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some, good night. Someone is going to bed somewhere in the world, but guess what? You are just in time for story time with Miss Doris. I'm so excited. Shout outs to all of you out there in Storytime land. To our new followers, hello and welcome to Story Time with Miss Doris. I'm so excited to be reading you your first live story on today. Shout outs to POCC family. Hello, how are you on today, Pastor and elect Lady Washington? Hello, Harmony, Tanelia, a million. Hello, guys, how are you? Hello, Tanelia. Hello, Ari. Hey, Harm. And I'd like to give a special shout out to the young lady over at Popcorn Girl. Her little princess is going to be turning 1 year old. Happy birthday to you, princess, on today. And to all of you that are celebrating a birthday on today, happy birthday to you from Miss Doris at Story Time. Today's story we're going to be reading in our Christian book. We're going to be reading from our children's Bible, and this is a hardbound book. This is a children's Bible. Read and learn. We're going to be reading the story today. We're going to be reading Samson, and that's going to be coming out of the book of the Bible, Judges, chapters 13 through 16. We're going to be reading about Samson on today. But before we get to that, let's go ahead on and get started with that story time song. Remember, guys, when we're doing that story time song, make sure you are practicing safety first, because I know that song, there it goes. I know that song really gets us moving. So make sure you are practicing safety first at all times. I want to hear you sing really loud. Hello, Shakana. Hello, Shaquavia. Sing to you, tell you all just what to do. And guess what? We do have a Muppet guest friend on today. Guess who our Muppet guest friend is? Miss Doris is wearing the color pink on today. Today I'm wearing the color pink. And guess what? We have a guest today that is the color pink. Story time. Story time with Miss Piggy. Sing to you. Tell you all just what to do. Wow, I heard you guys singing really loud. Where are moms and dads, nanas and papas? Go ahead on and have a seat while Miss Doris at Story Time reads you a live story. Our children's Bible. Today's story we're reading is Samson. It's coming from the book of the Bible, Judges 13 through 16. There was a time when the people of Israel lived side by side with the people called the Philistines. The Philistines were strong. They ruled the land that should have belonged to the Israelites. God saw that the people of Israel needed a leader who was even stronger, than any of the leaders he had sent there before. God sent Samson to lead his people. He gave Samson superhuman strength. Samson would stay strong as long as he did not cut his hair. Samson let his hair grow and tied it in 7 braids. He was strong that he could grip the doors of a city gate and carry them on his shoulders. If someone tried to tie him up, he could break the ropes as they were strings. 7. The number 7 stood for completeness or perfection. According to Genesis 1 through 2 and 4, God's creation of the world took 7 days, with the 7th day being a day of rest. Hello and welcome. Today's story we're reading is Samson. And that's going to be coming out of the book of our Bible, Judges 13 through 16. We were talking about Samson and his superhuman strength that God gave him. The time after the Philistines tried to capture Samson and put him in jail, time after time after time, they failed. Then Samson met a beautiful woman named Delilah. She pretended to be Samson's friend, but she was really a spy for the Philistines. Hello, Shekinah. Hello, Shekhavia. They said they would pay her to find out what made Samson so strong and what could make him weak. Samson liked Delilah. One day, he told her the secret. That night, when Samson fell asleep, the Philistine came into the house. One of them cut off Samson's braid. Now Samson was like any other man. It was very easy to tie him up and drag him off to jail. Samson prayed to God to make him strong again. Spy. The Philistines paid Delilah 1,100 pieces of silver to find out what made Samson strong. Samson gave her false answers, but eventually he told Delilah the truth, and she betrayed him. There's Samson. He was really huge and strong, and he doesn't have this long 7 braids anymore. At last, Samson had a chance to get back at his enemies. The Philistines' leaders took him outside to show him off to their people. Thousands were standing on the top of the roof to show him off to their people. Thousands were standing on the roof of buildings. Samson pushed the pillars that held up the building. The roof came crashing down. Many Philistines died. So did Samson. He was remembered always as a hero to God's people. The building. The meaning of the building. The building Samson pulled down was the temple of Dagon. Dagon was the god of grain and was an important god for the Philistines. So that was a short, awesome story on today, telling about Samson and the strength of his braids. So we started off with the story. There is Samson with his 7 long braids. Well, guess what? His braids gave him strength. So the people of Israel, so Samson there, when the people of Israel lived side by side, they lived by the Philistines. So the Philistines couldn't understand why Samson was so strong. So they decided to send a spy out to get the information from Samson, in which her name was Delilah. So once they sent Delilah over, and Samson confided in her. Eventually, he told her false stories at first, but eventually he told her the truth. So he confided in her. He liked her. And once he told her the truth, Delilah had informed the Philistines what gave him strength. And the Philistines went in one night and cut off his braids. And he had to really pray to God for forgiveness, to ask God to give him his strength back. And guess what? God did just that. But once he received his strength back, when they had him in the cage, he knocked the pillows down, which destroyed the Philistines' god, which the Philistines' god who they worship was a Dagon, the Dagon. So, but there goes Samson. The building came crashing and tumbling down, which a lot of the Philistines died, and so did Samson. So guys, I enjoy reading you guys an awesome story on today, talking about Samson and his strength, what gave him strength, which was his braids, which was the 7 braids that he had in his head. I enjoy reading you. And guess what? The 7 stands for, the number 7 stood for completeness or perfection, according to Genesis chapter 1 through 2, and verse number 4. I enjoy reading you guys an awesome story on today. Remember, our strength comes from praying to God. So once you pray, guys, don't forget to pray. Pray and ask God to give you strength to carry on and make it through the next day, or even make it through your day. Maybe you're not having a good day, but guess what? Always remember to pray. God hears your prayers. He said, suffer little children, come unto me. And guess what? So we are, even though we are adults, but you guys are children, guess what? We are still considered children in God's eyesight, because he loves us all. I enjoyed reading you an awesome story on today, talking about Samson, coming out of the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16. Remember, always, if you're not feeling well, always make sure you let someone know that you're not feeling well. Make sure you are still washing and sanitizing your hands at all times. I don't want you guys getting sick. I want you to enjoy your summer. Enjoy your summer vacation. And if you go to some establishments that has the mask sign, or to make sure that you are wearing your mask. So some have taken the mask sign down, but other places, they still have the mask sign up. Or if you just want to still feel more safe, still wear your mask. It's okay. But guys, don't take your mask off unless mom or dad or nana or papa, unless someone tells you to. I enjoyed you guys on today. Remember, if you're not smiling on today, I hope once you see Miss Doris's smile and our Muppet Miss Piggy's smile on today, I hope you are smiling. Take care. Have an awesome day. See you on tomorrow. Take care. Love you all with the love of God. Take care and see you soon.